Well, it looks like somebody didn't transfer off the server properly and all of their stuff dropped in a bag. So you know what? I'm going to show you the proper way to transfer your stuff off of a server so that you don't risk losing it like this. Hello, my fine feathered friends. This is Songbird, and yeah, I'm going to show you how to transfer your stuff between arks that are not clustered. I may do another video on how to cluster arks and how to transfer between them. Let me know if you would like me to make that video. But for now, this is going to be how to transfer between servers that have transfers enabled but are not clustered. So you can use this. What I'm going to be using this for is to transfer a bunch of dinos and equipment and also my character off of this server, which is going to be going down soon, and back to my single player so that I can use them there. And then later on, I can also choose to transfer the player, the dinos, the equipment, whatever I want, to another server if it's got transfers enabled. So the transfers enabled, it's a little bit tricky because when you're setting up a server, there are actually 6 different settings regarding transferring. There is character download, dino download, and item download. And then there is also character upload, dino upload, and gear upload. So each of those settings can be enabled or disabled individually. You know what? I don't have time for your crap. Go the heck away. Cheat, leave me alone. There, now they will ignore me. Okay, anyway, yeah, so for example, if you would like to not allow players to transfer their super bred up or maybe even cheated in dinos from single player onto your server, then you can block dino downloads onto your server. But if you want to allow them to take their creatures from the server and transfer them out, then you can enable dino uploads, but block the downloads. It is up to you. So, okay, now when you open up the terminal here, of course, I'm at Green Ob on Scorched Earth, but any obelisk will work the same. And if you have done a boss fight and you've unlocked a tech transmitter, then you don't have to go to an obelisk. You can do this at your base, and it works exactly the same. On a server, you can also do this at a loot drop, but it's risky to do it at a loot drop because of course they decay away after a while. And so yeah, I typically recommend going to an obelisk or using a transmitter. So anyway, when you open it up, you'll see there's 3 different tabs over here. You have tribute, creatures, and inventory. Tribute, of course, is where you put your items in order to trigger a boss fight. You put your artifacts and your trophies. This is also where you can craft cryopods or your tech replicator, whatever. You can craft those over here. Creatures is where you upload creatures, and you can see I already do have some creatures uploaded here, but I am going to upload some more because I've got all these creatures in modded cryopods. And then over in inventory, this is all items that I uploaded, and a lot of them are pretty worthless. I was just doing it as an example, so you actually get those out of there, some of them anyway. And you can upload modded items as well, but then you will not be able to download them unless you have the same mod on the server or single player game that you're trying to download to. Otherwise, you'll just get an error message and it won't let you do it. So theoretically, you could just drag one of these creatures in a cryopod over here and pop it in the data folder. You can see I already have some modded cryopods in here, but please don't do that. That's extremely risky because what can happen, and it happens pretty often, but not 100% of the time. So if you've done this before and did not have this problem, then you got lucky, but please don't do this. Don't upload them in the cryopods because sometimes when you take them out on the other side, they will immediately die. The cryopod will act as though it has expired and it is dead, and you will lose the creature that is inside. Hello, editing Songbird popping in here to say that sometimes there will be other consequences, so hang on until the end of the video and I'll show you an example of that when I decided to try testing it out with a modded cryopod to see if something different would happen. So please don't do that. Also, eggs. I haven't tried doing this in ASA, but I know that in Ark Survival Evolved, if you tried to upload eggs and then download them on the other side, no matter what parents' levels and stats were, the baby would hatch out at level 1 with base game stats. But anyway, yeah, don't waste your slots on that. It's just not worth the risk. All right, so I'm gonna pop these guys out and show you the correct way of uploading creatures from a server. We'll just pop out a few to start with. All right, and now you'll see that when I go back in here, there, if I go to the creatures tab up here at the top, this is the creatures on this server that are within range and can be uploaded. And these are the ones that are already uploaded. So I can grab this guy and I can click upload creature and it will pop up this warning message, and I click accept. And this is how it is on a server. It doesn't look like it did anything, but if I close this, you'll see that it did. The terror bird is gone. The saddle dropped in a bag here because anything in the creature's inventory will not transfer with it. So saddles, costumes, anything like that, you need to put in the item inventory instead. Just put those over in here, and then on the other side, you can put their saddle back on them. All right, and then if I open this up again, you'll see that the list has updated and it no longer shows the terror bird. The terror bird shows up down here. RuPaul, my hot pink terror bird, has been uploaded. I don't know why the list doesn't update on servers, but it just doesn't. Okay, there we go. The Procoptodon, Blueberry Muffin, the Dodick, Tintoberry Tina, the Moss Chops, and my Amethyst Shiny Stegosaurus. And the way the Shiny mod is structured, if I try to download that Stego onto a server that does not have the Shinies mod, it will come out. It will let me download it. But since the server does not have that mod, it will no longer be a shiny. It will just be a purple Stegosaurus with really good stats. So that's how that works. So you may want to be careful about that. I'll leave this one uploaded until I have a server to download it into that has the Shiny Dinos mod. All right, let's pop out some more. There's good old Barbara. She's already been transferred once from our island server. Quite a few of these transferred over from the island. Oh, and this may be an issue though, because I don't think you can upload babies, but let's see. Gallivant, my favorite RG, and a backup RG. So Stego, and a Rex, and Barbara, the Pasteroides. And yes, see, the little baby Morellatops here did not even show up as an option to be uploaded. So if you have babies that you want to transfer, then you have to raise them up and transfer them as adults. You can't transfer them this way as babies, sadly. You can try uploading them in a cryopod and gamble, hope you get lucky, but yeah, it's a gamble. I'm probably just going to do that actually because I'm not going to have time to raise them up, and so I would be leaving them behind anyway. All right, I got some goodies here, and this is a new thing for ASA, the fact that things will stack with other stacks that are already in here. That didn't used to happen. It used to be that it would make 2 separate stacks. Make sure not to do it too fast though, because if you do it too fast, you can make the game crash. And if you have access to admin commands, or if you are doing this on single player, then every now and then you're going to want to open the console and type cheat save world. And that will force the game to save so that in case something does crash, you hopefully won't lose anything. All right, babies. Let's hope we get lucky with you guys. Oh, there's my spicy chicken tenders. Shiny dodo. All right, that's all of them.
346 minutes later.
Sure, we get all of these. Now let's upload these into the inventory. And you can't transfer things directly from your hotbar. You have to transfer them into your inventory first. All right, and then you may be wondering, how do I transfer my character? See, it's here in the center. When you're on the transmitter tab, just make sure to switch over to that. Down here at the bottom, upload survivor. So I can click upload, accept, and then boom, my character is no longer on that server. I don't know why it gets stuck on this loading text. Hopefully they'll fix that. But anyway, if I wanted to, I could then click this character and I could, oh geez, that hair bug. Hate that hair bug so much. Dang it, Wildcard, why did you screw up the female character? But anyway, I could download this character onto this server if I wanted to, but I'm not going to do that right now. So I'm just going to hit cancel. And then I'm going to hit escape out to the main menu. And that will leave me with no character at all on that server. So if I try to join that server again, it will ask if I want to download a character or create a new character. But then I can take those characters, one of those characters, and download it into single player. And let me show you how to do that. So what you can do then, let's switch to single player. I'll go to the island here. I'll probably just download my previous island character over there once again. Let's pop into... Oh, and I also always want to check my mods list, make sure that all of the same mods are still activated, because of course, if one of them is missing, then, like if Clinger Additional Structures is missing, then everything I've built using that structure mod will go poof. If I load up the single player save without the mod active. So always check your mod list. And let's load up the single player save. I don't have a character downloaded into this single player save, so it'll give me the option to download one of these, or if I hit cancel, it'll take me over to character creation where I can create a new character. But I'm gonna pick this one. And there, see, this is the same character that was showing up on the server as glitched. The hair looks fine in here in single player. I don't know what the issue is. It's some kind of server glitch. Anyway, let's click download, and then I can pick a bed. Since this is the character that was on this map before, I'm still in the same tribe, and so it will let me download to one of the bases that I've already got on the map. Yeah, let's download over onto my castle over in the snow. There we go. I have my character on the map, and then I'm gonna head over to an obelisk and download one of the dinos. Oh no. Oh no, I know what happened. Dang it. Remember what I was just saying about not loading it up without making sure that all the mods are activated? I completely forgot that I had used dwarven structures in this build. So yeah, the pieces that are missing are all the pieces from dwarven structures. So yeah, this is what happens if you don't listen to if I don't listen to my own advice. All right, well, thankfully I got some good footage of that castle already. All right, let's head over Red Ob down here. All right, here we are at Red Obelisk on the island, and let's get out some of that stuff that I transferred. And it was transferred over by a different character, but that doesn't matter because it's still the same player account. So as long as it's still the same player, still the same you, it doesn't matter which character that you created uploaded the item. This is player specific. So for example, if a friend of mine opened up the transmitter, they would not see the same items. They would only see whatever they've uploaded, which is pretty handy. All right, let's see. Let's pop out a dimorph. Let's pop out my Gallivant. There we go. So there's Gallivant, and where did the dimorph go? Oh, there you are. All right, got my dimorph, and they always pop out following you already. So let's make you stop following, and let's get you a saddle over here and grab some stuff and things. We can try downloading one of these and see what happens. So see, it says level 130 Morellatops. Then this is, of course, a modded cryo. Okay, what's going on here? Excuse me? How rude. Okay, it looks like my shinies still think they are shinies, but I don't have that mod active here, so I'm not going to download any of the shinies. Oh, there is a maximum. See, this is a little confusing. I don't know why it works like this. Over on the server side, it didn't show a maximum number of upload slots, but on this side, it does show a maximum number, but it lets you go over that number. It was like this in Ark Survival Evolved as well, so I don't know why this is the way it is. It's just one of those Ark things. So yeah, I have 112 out of 50 items uploaded and 30 out of 20 dino slots. But I mean, I've never had a problem with getting them out in spite of that. So I mean, I don't know what to tell you. It just is the way it is. Okay, but it won't let me upload anymore from this side because the maximum has been reached. So I'll work later on downloading everything out of here, but for now I'm just getting out a few things. And let's take a look at this Morellatops and see what happens. So the cryopod didn't die. Why are you looking all bloody? I am not sure. Sometimes if there's a difference in the amount of health per level that they gain, if I've boosted that in my single player, then it'll do something like this. So that must be what's happened. And let's pop out this little guy. See what it says here. No mutations. We've got see the stats that it's got there. Let's pop it out and see. Whoa! It popped out fully grown, but level 1. So yeah, that's why you don't want to do that. You don't want to upload creatures in cryopods, whether base game or modded. And yeah, you can see the stats are now all consistent with it being a level 1. So yeah, that's a thing. Anyway, I hope this has been helpful. If it has, I would appreciate if you let me know in the comments. Excuse me, I'm trying to give an outro here. So rude. Anyway, if you've watched this far, then please leave me a flower emoji in the comments. I appreciate it very much. And if you do decide to set up your own server, I have a Nitrado link, which is in the description for this video. And I also have a whole area on my Discord set up to help server owners figure out settings and mods and all of that kind of stuff. We have a great little community that we're growing over there. And so if you have any questions, or if you'd like to look at the settings that I use, it's all posted in there. So yeah, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you around. Bye-bye.